Just start. Pick a point and do the thing. You want to do this, so do it. Just start.
Attention! At ease!
How you doing, everybody? Andrew Scott, and you are back at Booth Camp. And once again, I'm apologizing because I've got a neighbor that's got a truck that probably has its own zip code. And seriously, dude, you got to be able to drive away at some point in time. Swear to God, that truck is responsible for about half of the greenhouse emissions we have to deal with. He's idling it out on the street, so if things sound a little bit different, my apologies. So today I want to talk about something that's really kind of been getting at me. I spend a lot of time on the interwebs helping people navigate the world of home voiceover. And there's something that I need to tell you, interested in VO person. Just start doing it. There are so many people spending so much time researching all the little granular finities of this microphone or of that DAW or of that interface, and they're terrified of making a mistake before they even start. Here's the truth. Mistakes are important. Mistakes are your greatest teachers. And I say this particularly when it comes to microphones. Everybody's like, what mic should I get? Is this one better than that one? This is my environment. Should I get? Just get a microphone. Get a halfway decent microphone and start recording your voice. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars. You don't even have to spend hundreds of dollars. There are so many microphones that are reasonably priced that will get you started. People are very fearful of making that mistake when they take their first step into something. And I think most of us know somebody who seems to do all the research. They get the magazines, they join the special interest groups online, and they hang out with experts in order to make the absolute best decision, and they buy the pro version of this or the prosumer version of that, so that they can say, I use a fill-in-the-blank microphone, or I use a fill-in-the-blank as far as my interface goes. There's a real famous saying that perfection is the enemy of progress, and I fully believe that. Don't spend all your mental energy worrying about making a mistake with gear or with your technology before you so much as even record a single word. Most microphones in the $100 to $250 range are perfectly suitable for your first bike. They're perfectly adequate for doing professional level voiceover work. You have so many other things to learn. You need to learn editing. You need to learn marketing. You need to learn delivery and intonation and modulation of your voice. You need practice. You need to be doing these things. And frankly, while you could just sit around in your living room with your dog at your feet and your cat in your lap, reading a book aloud, which is great practice, don't get me wrong, but you won't learn anything about editing. You won't learn anything about mixing sound. You won't learn. You're killing me, Smalls. You won't learn anything about the business. You won't learn any techniques. You won't learn any tricks. You won't be developing any institutional knowledge about voiceover without recording yourself. So just get a mic. These mics right here are all really good microphones to start out with. They're very reasonably priced. They will work in many different circumstances, and you can see that I split the list up into condensers and dynamic mics. These are my recommendations, but they're not the gospel. Yes, do ask around, but don't ask 30 people for their opinions. You're just going to get 30 times as bewildered and confused. Yes, by all means, jump into our Discord down here, okay? Or jump into some place like Booth Junkie with Mike DelGaudio and his channel. You want to hear what one mic sounds like over another mic? That mic is the place to go. And he has his own Discord server, which is also linked down below. Yes, you can send me emails, but don't let that stop you from just getting started. You can always buy a mic, and if you realize at some point that you need a different mic, you can give that one away to a friend who wants to do voiceovers, or you can sell it on down the line and get some of your money back. But as I've said in the past, the number one thing for you to do if you are interested in seriously pursuing voiceover is getting a properly acoustically treated and deadened space. Doesn't need to be soundproofed. As a matter of fact, getting something soundproofed is a whole different kettle of worms and is not only really difficult to pull off, but is awfully expensive. Getting a space sound treated is much easier, and it pays you back much more rapidly. Find a closet or a quiet corner of your space. Learn about things like standing waves. Make sure that all the flat surfaces that you can are treated, either with blankets. I list my favorite blankets down below as well, and I also put a link to the foam that I recommend people use. It's not that gray foam that we all see. I did a video on the whole foam thing. That was actually my first video. You can see that up here. But just start the process. Don't be scared of making a rookie mistake. Why? You're a rookie. You're entitled. You're totally licensed to make a mistake. Now, some mistakes to avoid, admittedly, are things like, I hear that the TLM 102 is a great microphone for voiceover. I'll start there. That's a terrible idea for two reasons. Number one, it's really friggin' expensive. Even if you get a good used one, you're still looking at $500 to $600. The other problem with starting off with a really high-end microphone, a professional voiceover microphone, is that those things are absolutely unforgiving when it comes to the sound of the environment you're recording in. Those things will pick up the stomach gurgle of a fly. You don't want that starting out. What you'll wind up doing is spending all your time being frustrated by all the other sounds in your environment that you recorded while you were trying to do your voiceover. Start off reasonably. Honestly, I don't feel that it's a good idea for anybody who's brand new to the industry to spend more than $250 on a microphone. And frankly, even that's high. My favorite starting microphone is the good old MXL 770 microphone. And you can get one of those things brand new with a warranty and I think even a boom arm and a shock mount from Amma Ali Zanababa for under $125. I mean, you can literally start recording the day you see your delivery driver. That's not a bad deal. Is it something that you'd be using long term? Is it something that we'd consider your forever mic? Probably not. But in some cases, it can be. That case is normally for somebody who spent time and effort getting their recording environment buttoned down. But stop overthinking things. You've got so many other things to learn, practice, master, develop that don't have anything to do with your microphone. I keep on saying this and people for some reason keep on kind of not believing me. Your microphone is just barely in the top 5 things you need to be considering when you're thinking about pro voice work. It's important, but it's not all that. What's important is to just start the process. Because if you sit there thinking about it too long, you're going to find all the reasons in the world why you're not ready. You're ready. Go get in the booth. Go find a closet. Clean it out, but leave the clothes in. They're really good sound absorbers. Get your hard surfaces covered with something like a blanket. Maybe do some foam. Grab some copy and get in there and start. Starting is the hardest part. I'm trying to get it out of your way. This has been Andrew Scott. You've been at Booth Camp. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Again with the noise. Recording between the raindrops, as usual.
You're dismissed.